Okay.
Perfect. Well, welcome everyone tonight. Everyone seems so quiet tonight. I'm super excited because today we're going to talk about something that has just been popping up when I've been talking to different people, like just doing little trainings and stuff. So I wanted to just talk about something like just kind of a simple concept, and then open it up for everyone to just kind of like share just wins that you've had this week, struggles that you've had this week, just all kinds of things going on. So, and this is close week. So this time next week will be Halloween and it will be close day. So anyway, we're not going to have a team call on that night. We're going to have it on Monday instead, and I'll post about that in the group. But y'all, good luck. There's so many little things that you can be doing on close day. I don't know if y'all saw that idea that I posted about the derm results, like just reaching out to consultants, to get 5. Like, I mean, that is, and I mean, you could even offer to do them like a Facebook event or healthy happy hour and focus on the skincare. But that's just such a good deal for like these consultants who aren't really working the business and who would love to get some free product. So you can do that. And then you can also do something with preferred clients, like if they refer you 5 people, you can give them the free derm results you're going to get, because I saw that, like, at first I thought it was just one, and it's for each 5. So it's like, I've got 2 already that are coming. I'm super excited. So I'm like stocking it away. Like I read it to be sure, like when I was like, had another order come in for it, and it's for every 5 that you sell, you get one.
Oh, you get one for every 5. Oh,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
So that's why I was saying, Polly, like when you have your 5, when you have your preferred clients do it, like you just give them that free one if they refer you 5. So, yes. So, anyway, okay. So what I want to talk about today is like the 5 and 5. So who, just show of hands, is familiar when I say 5 and 5, what that means? And for those of you who are like not camera, can you like give me your, fingers, thumbs up? Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. So anyway, if you're not familiar, like I use this book right here, and then I put everything in my tracker. So I use like this 90 days to habit journal, and then I dump everything into my tracker, which has been amazing because there's so many people that I have just like, when I'm going on to the next person, I forget that I've been like had something good going on with this person. So what I do, just so everyone's clear on like, and again, there's no rules for this. This is just if you want to be expecting the results that, like if you want to get the results that you're expecting, then just some parameters about what the 5 and 5 are. So when I reach out to 5 new people, so let me just flip it to here. That would be a good average. Oh, my last one. So I reach out to 5, like my first top is this right here. So like, that's the top one. That's 5 new people I'm reaching out to. So that doesn't, basically it's an ask. It's just, hey, can I show you what I'm doing? Like, that's what it is. It's not like connecting with like a PC. It's not, I don't know, like messaging someone and being like, how you been? I know we haven't talked in 30 years, and setting the stage for you. Like, it is specifically the ask, like, hey, can I show you what I'm doing? And just so you know, like how different it can be. And this just comes from over time of doing this, because this will happen with y'all too. If I go to my boards app, I have, Lord, let me just pull it up. Okay, so like, see, like I have it like that, and I have my reach outs in there. I mean, I have like tons and tons and tons of different reach outs for different like situations. And so, but the gist of what I'm asking is, hey, would you take a look? Like that's it. Like, not would you buy, would you join my team? Like, it's like, would you take a look? And that's all I'm asking. And it's not like a weird question to ask. It's just, I mean, this is how business is done. So that's the first 5. So the second 5 are follow-ups. Now, again, how I do it, and I'm seeing like great results with this, is that I do it, and I'm not saying that like, just so y'all know, like in a braggy way. I mean, I'm saying that in a way of like, this shit works, like that kind of way, because it's like literally like, I mean, it just works. And it's like, you don't really notice that it's working until it's working, if that makes sense. Like you're just kind of like doing the do and like it, it goes. So basically like what I do is these next 5, I don't know if you can see, are people who have said yes. So if someone says yes to me on my first 5, I put a check next to their name. Do you see that? I put a check next to their name. If they say, sure, I'll talk to you. And then they go into my rotation of follow up. So then I try and solidify a time, like usually on my next day, I'm like, great, when can you talk? And, that's going back and forth. What I want everyone to see tonight on the training is basically, it's not a one and done thing. Like it is not, so last week I signed up 3 new people to join our team. And like, I was telling Atticus, I'm like, I'm a super attractor. Like I'm like getting people like left and right now, but it's not like, it's not like, wow, it's just happening. Like it's literally been because, we say when nothing's happening, everything's happening. Like there were some lulls in my business where I still stayed tried and true to the 5 and 5, even when it felt like it wasn't working, or even when it felt like it was quiet, or even when it felt like I would hit slumps, like I just kept doing it. And here's the thing that's interesting. So I purposely didn't tell this one person that we have these calls yet, because I wanted to use her as an example, but I didn't want her to feel bad. I don't wonder if I should not repost this recording. But anyway, maybe I won't, because I want to be transparent and like show you guys everything. So this will be the bonus that y'all get this training, and we just won't post it, Polly. Let's see this. So this one person that I sent, I mean, it's nothing bad, but I just don't want to hurt her feelings about this. So this one person that I just signed up on our team, I originally texted her in September. So we met in September of last year. So September of 2020. Okay, so we met for the first time ever. And I want you to see like our text, like how it goes. Hang on, I've got a few more months to scroll back, because you're going to see a lot of blues on my phone. And okay, so September 17th, I said, hey, this is Andrea Reminger, fabulous meeting you today. Would love to meet up with you for coffee. Let me know what your schedule looks like. Okay, so she replies back, right? We don't meet. So that was in September. So in January, I circle back to her because she's in my like thing. So like, I'm like, sorry, we didn't get together, blah, blah, blah. Then like, look at all the blues. Like blue, up, response, blue, response. And then there's going to be like series of blues. Do you see that? Like there's like series of like where like it seems like I'm being ghosted, she's not replying. Then I sent her some videos and things like that. And then here's like, here's one. Another week I reach out to her, nothing. So like this just goes on. And then, but every now and then she's like, hey, so sorry, it's been a busy week. Let's definitely meet again soon. I love the product. And then, like little things. But again, here's another time where like, and then look, she responds. So she's in my rotation, and it's not like, do I have a method for like, oh, every week I'm going to reach out to her? No, like, it's more like, I mean, honestly, it's really just like, I'm looking for that next 5. And if I'm reaching out to 25 people of reach outs a week, of like follow-ups a week, like those people are going to pop in, and I can look at my tracker because I want you all to see this. Sorry, we just did a numbers call with someone beforehand, but let's see. So if you look at my tracker, like you can see like all the people I'm in conversation with. So I like, those are the people I would reach out to, people that have told me they're interested in the business, people who have told me they're interested in connecting. Like, so you can see like all these people, you know what I'm saying? So like, I have like a ton of people to like pull from. So that's so helpful, because I mean, I'll be like, oh my gosh, what about this ace? And so I just want you to know that it is all about the follow-up, because I mean, in what changed her mind, like really, like it was last Sunday, she had texted me and said, hey, can you talk? Like, on Monday. I was like, wow, like she's reaching out to me. And I said, of course, you want to do Zoom? Yes. And timing was right for her. She's like, I just feel like it's the right time. Like, I'm ready to like jump in and get going. And she was. And so like that's the thing. I think a lot of times we get in our own heads about reaching out to people and thinking like, oh my gosh, we're bugging them. But y'all, these people are grown-ups. They can tell you no. Like they can say stop, or I'm not interested or whatever. But like, I mean, we live in a ghosting culture. I mean, we just do, like, I mean, I'll reach out to people for school events and stuff like that. And it's like, they don't respond, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like you're supposed to respond to this, but it's just like, this has just become the norm that if people are busy and, everyone's busy, that, they're busy and they just don't get back to you, and we're not their priority right now, like it's a priority for us, but it's not a priority for them. So you just have to like be like, just, yeah, I'm so guilty of that too, of like not like responding back. Like my cook's pest control person like has been like wanting to like get in to do our termite inspection at the lake, and like I've been busy, and like I just cannot find the 2 minutes to text him back, which is ridiculous. It's so rude. But it is what it is. I just think that this is just our culture now, and that we have to just be okay with following up, So I want to open it up. Like that was really short. And I mean, there's really no magic to it, but I wanted everyone to be clear on the 5 new. And again, I, use my Facebook list, and I finished my Facebook list, and here's the interesting thing. I thought, well, maybe I'm going to go to my phone, or maybe I'm going to go to old school directories or whatever. Well, I decided, I was like, I'm going to comb through my Facebook list again and see if there's anyone that I missed. Y'all, like I've gotten like so many new friends since when I started with the A's. Like it took me like a year to get through it. Like, I mean, so many that I'm so glad that I'm combing through it again, because it's just, like it's insane, like how many people are out there. So I'm doing that again. And so like my 5 new people, like my list is my boss. Like again, I have to tell you about this. It was so funny about someone that was on my list. This guy that was a cameraman of mine when I worked with my media company. Like I would hire him for shoots and everything. He's 70 years old and he is like really gruff, and he was on my list. His name's Alan. And so I messaged him and I just said, hey, Alan, would love, I know it's been forever. Would love to show you what I'm doing, blah, blah, blah. Would you be up for that? He said, yes. We talked on Friday. Well, it was so interesting. Like we caught up and I just said, hey, would it be okay if I show you what I'm doing? I'm sure you have no interest in this, but you might know of someone who is, because I know your work takes you in all different kinds of places, blah, blah, blah. He's like, sure, no problem. He's been a vegan for 20 years. Like he did not look like the poster child for a vegan of like what I thought in my head. Like I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, he's like, I'd love to like learn about your products and everything. I was like, okay. And then like was already thinking of people who he thought would be good. So like, again, like if I would have prejudged him, I would have never put him on my list. And it was so fun catching up with him. And then just like, like now he wants the product and he's like referring me like different people. And I was like, well, can you connect us on Messenger? And so it's just been awesome, to do that. So that's the 5 new. My list is my boss. And then the 5 follow-ups come from that. Does that make sense? And I know in our book, it says prospects, clients, teams. Like maybe people are doing that and that's fine. I mean, I'm doing that anyway, like outside of this, but I'm making sure I'm doing 5 new reach outs and 5 follow-ups. And I mean, am I reaching out to y'all too? Like, I mean, you're getting texts from me, right? I'm communicating with y'all too. Like, I mean, that stuff, like you're not just something I'm checking off. Like, I just do that just because I do that. Like, I love my people, So I just think if you're trying to like make strides in your business, like just remember, like it's 5 new and then 5 follow-ups that come from the new who have responded to you. Or if there's someone you really want and they haven't responded to you yet, like initially responded. Does that make sense? Okay. So I want to open it up just to see just kind of like what's on everyone's mind. Like I know that like, people have different questions about things. Maybe want to share a win that happened or you're struggling with something, but I just love like when we actually have the time to like, just like have everyone else, kind of put their input. But so y'all have to take yourself off of mute to do this. That's how it works.
I'll share something. When I was going through my list earlier this spring, one of the girls that was on my list, she's one of my students. So she's probably 70-ish, really nice lady. She comes to my classes and I just didn't really see that she might be interested, but I reached out to her anyway. She was traveling all summer, but she said, yeah, let's connect when I get back. So last week we got together for coffee and turns out she was an Avon representative for years. And then she worked with Beauty Counter, which I guess they're out of business now. I had never heard of them, but she's been looking
They're still in
for,
business.
are they? I don't know. Yeah,
Oh
but
my
she's,
gosh, I was like, what? Are they?
No, they're in business, I think.
They're in business still.
Okay.
Right.
well, she doesn't know that because she's looking for new products to try. So anyway, she loved that when I showed her the one pager, she's like not interested in the business, but she was super interested in the products because of the ingredient policy. And so she's going to be placing a nice order this week for skincare and she's really excited. So that came from going through my Facebook list, somebody that I, didn't really think she would be interested in the business, but definitely led to something good. So that was exciting.
That is exciting. Yay.
It took like 5 months before we actually connected from my first original reach out. So, it's true. You just have to keep following up.
Yes. And I mean, I can't stress that enough because like, it's funny when I start to talk to people and they get discouraged, I'm like, then I start like really looking at my thing. Cause it's one thing to say it, but like, then I start looking at my stuff and I'm like, well, gosh, I guess I should be discouraged because, but it's like so many things are happening, so, but it's because like it's just like what you said, Robbie, like the follow-up, like that follow-up is, I mean, y'all, 99% of it comes from the follow-up, like for sure. So good job. That's awesome. Anyone?
Also, Robbie didn't tell you guys that we worked on her iStory. Remember, Robbie? And you didn't want to do the Facebook event, and then you did it. We worked on her, like her real passion, the reason why she really wanted to do this. And I guess you shared that in your Facebook event, Robbie?
I actually have not done the Facebook event. I have shared that though with my, just because of everything going on, I just haven't got it
Gotcha.
scheduled. But I have been sharing that now that I've been found it and realized what it is that, I want to share. And I've gotten really good feedback from people like wanting to support me and just really happy about that. So that's been a good thing. So thank you, Ms. Polly.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And y'all did amazing with the Facebook party this past week.
It was good. It was so good. Very good.
I have a social media win. I haven't talked on my stories like with my face in a really long time. And I was kind of nervous to do it, but I just was like babbling on and I had 2 people who were like, we want to do this glow up with you. I was like,
oh, was that the one I saw?
yeah.
I love that. Like, I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's your thing, like that's your, like, where you shine. Like, I think you should be doing that.
Yeah. So I was like, this was so easy, but I had been like pushing it off for a long time because I haven't done it. And when you haven't done something, you're just like building it up and it's like,
right.
But yeah, it was fun.
That's so exciting. Yay.
Okay, I'm going to share something really quick because I want to give somebody else time, but I started, and Gabby, I have you to thank for this. So, a while back when you told me a few years back, you should really start sharing, about being in recovery and sharing who you really are and all that. Okay. So anyway, I decided to put it out there about my big picture vision about the Wellness Center for Women in Recovery. I haven't even told you this, Andrea. And so I started sharing that with just certain people, not everybody, because it just depends. We don't, blanket reach out. But anyway, this woman who owns the Escape Day Spa was on my list, and I shared, this is my vision. This is why I'm reaching out. This is why I want to, just grow my network more. And she immediately answered me. And I said, I'm having this wellness event in December. And I really just want to share what I do. Immediately answered. We had the best conversation the other day. And like, she's totally going to involved with me with that. And so sometimes, I don't know, for me, like I didn't know her at all. So it was a way for me to kind of get to know her, even though we're friends on Facebook. So I don't know, that was really cool. And I've been doing that a lot more with people. And just like you said, Robbie, just sharing your, like, what is your role goal and your passion with your business, maybe. Sometimes even that, just find, like, I have one of my reach outs called Vision. I have two called Vision in my boards. And I don't know, people sometimes maybe it's just connecting more with what you really want from this and sharing that vision with people and letting them hear your heart. And then, so just another thought, but thought that was pretty cool.
Awesome. Jean, you had a win. You're muted though. You're muted. Muted. You have to hit the button. I'm gonna hit the ask to unmute.
I think Christiana might have wanted to go too, but
Christiana, go ahead and go while Jean is figuring out the mute button.
Okay.
oh, she got it. Okay, wait. Go, Jean.
Go ahead, Chris. Oh, me or Christiana?
Well, you can go because now she's muted.
You
Okay,
go
so
ahead because I'm dealing with
just,
a blowout
um,
who we
situation.
just talked to. Like
I
that.
just, yeah, I've had 3 people respond interested in the business in a week, and it was like, oh my goodness. And just through reach outs. And so one of them became a PC and she's not ready yet. Another one is having some problems. I don't know what they are. He just put as a man and he said he needed some prayers. And so he's out for a while until we, we can connect again. And then there was a young 20-year-old girl that I reached out and she answered me. And so Andrea and I talked to her today, and she's very busy. She's got a nonprofit that she does, and she's in college, and she has 2 part-time jobs as well. So she's super busy. So I think she's very interested, but we're just gonna have to see where she could fit Arbonne into the nooks and crannies of her life, like we all do. So it was exciting. It was exciting.
Like she had told you no, that like she didn't think the timing was right. And then you just went back and said, I totally get that, but could we still do a call? And let me
Right.
and she did. So good for you.
And I think she's, we're not talking today. She said she had to go do her studying, but tomorrow we'll talk. So see what the outcome is from that.
Perfect.
It's exciting now.
Super exciting. Christiana, I know you're unmuted for a minute. No. No. Maybe.
I think she said she was dealing with some baby stuff.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I'm back.
Okay.
Okay, jeez. It doesn't matter. I undressed. He just won't stop pooping. That's fine. But anyway, so I have quite a few dream team people that like they're still dream team, but I've been in conversation with them, like basically like prospecting them forever. I don't know if that's just me, but there are probably like 3 at the top of my list that have been there for like a year. And one of them one of them used to be Ophelia's babysitter when I was still in Arizona, still teaching. And randomly, like a week ago, she was like, okay, I need to know more about like the compensation plan. I need to know more about the business side of things, even though she's totally like ghosted me as far as Arbonne is concerned, like as long as I've known her. Even though I'm like, you would be so perfect. So anyway, we did like a full 1-pager on Wednesday, I think. And yeah, so I'm super excited about that.
That's so exciting.
Awesome.
Just so you know, Christiana, yes, that is totally normal. Like it's not just you about that it takes a long time. Like you just made me think of the person that I was signing up. I knew her from middle school. I originally reached out to her in February. And then I did not talk to her until July. And then we've been talking since July. But when I say talking, Like I've been texting, she hasn't been getting back. I've been texting, she hasn't been getting back. I've been texting, she hasn't been getting back. Oh, she's back, you know, and then it's like, and then like we do a phone call and then we do this and then she doesn't text back. And so, I mean, like that is like just part of the dance. And I think that everyone just needs to be okay with that. Like know that it's not you, you're not doing anything wrong. Yes, being pleasantly persistent, you know, like you're not doing anything wrong. You're just doing the do. And, you know, it's just one of those things that like, I guess just don't be so caught up in like seeing the instant results. I mean, it is something that like, it is the consistency that makes it all happen, you know, like, I mean, again, like I was, you know, saying to Atticus, like how I told you, I was like, I'm a super attractor, you know, like all these things are happening. And, but you know, well, duh, they should be like, I've been doing the do for so, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like I should be like, oh, they're falling out of the sky, you know, like, it's just like, literally like, I mean, if I go back and look at each person, it's like, wow, like I've been consistent with that person for a year. Like that's insane, you know? And it's not, again, not every week. It might be like 1 month I don't even reach out to them and then I reach out to them again. But so I think that if like you just, you know, again, have like that faith that like, no, like if anything else, just say, well, Andrea said it's going to work if I just keep doing this, you know, just like tell yourself that, because I'm telling you, it works if like you work it. And it's not like, Gina and I were talking to this one girl, it's not like you have to carve all this time out. And I was actually talking to a girl that I'm prospecting right now. I was like, listen, I would rather you give it 20 minutes every day than like carve out like 5 hours on a Saturday or 3 hours on a Thursday or whatever. Like I would rather have someone that does 20 minutes every day, because that consistency is so much more powerful than like blocking a huge chunk of time. And I mean, honestly, that's unreasonable. Like who's going to have that kind of time to devote to their business? I mean, we all have busy, full lives, you know? So, so yeah, so I guess the message for this week is keep on doing what y'all are doing. You're awesome. And that's so exciting to hear about all these wins. And just remember just to be consistent. Like I always try and tell myself, like, what could I do in a day if it was just totally crazy and everything was like, you know, could I give it 20 minutes? Could I do 3 things? Could I do 5 things? And now it's this. And I know that I can do that in the crazy, you know, in the craziest of days. So, so yeah, so that is it. Oh, and no Sunday call next week because it's Halloween, but there'll be one on Monday. So happy close. I'm sure we'll be popping on and seeing everyone. And Polly, I'll record, like, I'll just do like a little Facebook Live on our team page instead of posting this, since because I wanted to ask her first if I could use her thing, you know, like beforehand. So, so I'll just like, you know, ask her and then use that
Okay.
example.
That sounds great.
All right. Perfect.
All
All
right.
right. Y'all have a great night.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye.